Hey, it's Coyote Christina, surfer, author, dream weaver. We are in week 3 of the Amazed and Amused campaign, and it is Movement Monday. So first this week we're gonna be talking about the realization stage. So I'm gonna do a little overview of the realization stage, read an excerpt from Amazed and Amused, and then I'll go into our movement and end with our practice for the week. And since we just had the summer solstice, I'm gonna do some sun salutations. So this week you can decide to do 1 a day, 10 a day, whatever is your preference, as long as you do it every day. At least you do at least 1 per day. I would suggest at least 3 or 5 if it's gonna be your practice for the week. So let's start here with the realization stage. This is about conscious choice, faith, and no more drama. This skill set is the ability to hold ourselves radically accountable for our lives and where we are, no blaming and no excuses. Life happens and there are reasons, but reasons are not excuses. So and this is the excerpt from Amazed and Amused. To make conscious choices, we must have a strong enough solar plexus chakra, which is the 3rd chakra, to contain the powerful emotions of the sacral chakra. We must develop our sense of self in a way that honors our beauty and worth, as well as that of all living beings. We must learn to pull the passionate energies of the lower chakras upward to investigate, learn, and grow more aware. As adults with fully formed prefrontal cortexes, we have the ability to process emotions at a higher level than children and can begin to better understand the painful and overwhelming feelings of childhood trauma. These feelings can be unbearable to a child who is alone and isolated. And because of this, many of us develop unhealthy patterns for dealing with our emotions that we subconsciously carry into our adult lives. When we develop the ability to sit with our intense feelings and stop reacting in habitual ways, we open the pathway to make conscious choices. As adults, we can learn to transmute these painful, overwhelming feelings into positive energy that leads to healthy action. With blue heron, snake, raven, salmon, and jaguar by our side, we can begin to make healthy choices based on what is and not what we want or wish. So that's the introduction to the realization stage and talking about conscious choices. We'll also later in the week talk about faith and no more drama. And now we're going to go into the movement Mondays and the breathing practice. And for the breathing practice, I'm going to talk about the samana vayu. The prana vayus are the 5 main currents of subtle energy that nourish the systems of the physical body. Each system of the body depends on the regular flow of 1 or more of the prana vayus for its energetic nourishment. When the flow of vital energy is optimal, our physiology functions smoothly and efficiently. Chronic blockages in the flow of energy result in energy deficiency that may lead to imbalance in the physical body. This toolbox uses symbols to indicate which prana vayus are most activated during specific yoga poses. So I'm reading from this amazing yoga toolbox. It's I think there's over 100 poses and some vinyasas. The sun salutation is a vinyasa because it's a series of moves, and it's just amazing information. So in the samana vayu, so you can see the picture here, it's yellow, so it's talking about our solar plexus, which the realization stage we do move up. We've been talking about our 1st and 2nd chakra, which is the root and sacral chakra, which are located at the base of the torso and the pelvic area. Now we're moving up to this solar plexus and the heart chakra. We'll talk about that more tomorrow, but those are the upper torso. Behind the solar plexus is behind our belly button. Heart chakra is at our heart center. The samana vayu is the golden sunlight horizontal current that expands outward from the center of the solar plexus on the inhalation and moves inward toward the center of the body on the exhalation. The essential function of the samana vayu is supporting physical digestion and assimilation, as well as the digestions of thoughts and feelings. And if you know anything about Eastern medicine, they say the same, like that our organs don't only function physically in our body, but they function to process our emotions. So our digestive system isn't just about digesting food, it's about processing all the emotions that we go through. So the Samana Vayu, we're gonna, on the, expands outward on the inhalation. So as we inhale, it's like that energy is radiating from the solar plexus in all directions. I like to think of it as a yellow energy just radiating through all the body. And then on the exhale, returning to that center, returning to that solar plexus. Inhale, expanding just like we expand with the breath. Exhale, releasing, coming back to the center of the solar plexus. So I'm just reading that because I was pretty sure that was, but it expands outward on the inhalation. So it seems contradictory because you're going outward on an inhale. But so inhaling, but you're expanding with the breath. So it's going outward, radiating in all directions in the body. Exhaling, releasing all the tensions, coming back to the center of the solar plexus, to your inner power. Inhaling, letting that energy expand through the body. Exhaling, releasing all the tension. You can breathe through your nose.